welcome back YouTube to another episode of My Speaking Podcast. This your boy Mike, better known as Booby, aka Choke Yourself.
Yeah, this your boy Darkwing Daryl, Dynamite Daryl, Wild again, all that other good stuff, man. Santee, South Carolina Finals, man. Welcome back.
Why the hell you got your hat pulled down so far, man?
Looking like a dumb down, man.
Hey, you right about that. You definitely right about that. We may not always be right. We may not always be wrong.
But y'all gonna get our modest opinion what we speaking on.
So on that, we're gonna start off today, man. Baseball, playoffs, which most people say they don't watch baseball, which I watch it all year long. Playoffs starting today. As you can see, I got my Braves gear on. My boys crept in there yesterday. They made it to the playoffs, the NLDS right now, divisional round. They got to fly and play San Diego. The Mets got to go. They won. They in. They got to play Brewers. Detroit Tigers are playing. Actually, they played Houston today and they won 3-1. And Kansas City played Baltimore. They won 1-0. So the Braves don't play at 8:30 tonight. But the main reason I want to talk about baseball and start this off because the greatest hitter of all time, arguably one of the greatest hitters of all time, passed, Pete Rose. And
shout out to Pete Rose, condolences to his family.
And the thing I'm upset about is
what you upset about?
He gambled on baseball. Yes, he did. He did something dishonorable. He gambled when he was a coach with the Reds. He gambled. But at the same time, he paid his debt to society. He ain't like he killed nobody. He didn't do none of that. He gambled. He did something wrong. For the last 30 years, he's been begging and pleading to get back into baseball. They had banned him from everything. And now he's passed. One thing I'm going to hate they're going to do. They're going to sit there.
Make that money off of him.
But what they're going to do, what I hate about this, now they're going to put him in the Hall of Fame when he's passed. You should have been put him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, what he did was wrong. Every time, like my partner, he's the quick first to say, people make mistakes. He made a mistake. Yep. But y'all made it like his mistake was life threatening. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. And then you got to think about it too now. It was always gambling going on back then. Like I said, he did that. When he did it, this was after his career was over as far as playing baseball. Now, when you in the Hall of Fame, I know you can get in the Hall of Fame two different ways. You can get in the Hall of Fame as a coach. You can get in the Hall of Fame as a player. Now, he definitely was going to get in the Hall of Fame as a coach because of the gambling allegation. But as far as what he did on the field within that diamond, he definitely should have been in the Hall of Fame. No questions about it.
He played.
No questions about it.
The game that I remember him when I was probably a little peewee, when it was an All-Star game, he came all the way around and ran through the catcher. And this is an All-Star game. Supposed to be one of them games that, I'm just like nowadays, All-Star game in the basketball and football, all of it is a joke. He ran through that catcher, and they were saying this is an exhibition game. He didn't care. That's how he played the game hard and the right way. So for me, I'm just so upset that that he passed and that, he's not going to. They're going to now try to make all this about Pete Rose, and now they're going to say, hey, we're going to put him into the Hall of Fame. No, listen, he should have been in the Hall of Fame. Now, what McGuire and Social them did, and Rafa Palmeiro and all them did, that's different. That enhanced them on the field. Pete Rose didn't do anything while he was on the field playing. So how are you going to hold him to a different standard than everybody else?
True.
So that's the part I don't like, and I just want to, personally, since I'm a baseball guy, I want to send my condolences out to Pete Rose, to his family.
Yep.
One of the best that ever do it. Man, my shout out. Switch hitter, left, right-handed, didn't matter. Play hard, gritty, grinding.
Yep.
Love Pete Rose, man.
Let me ask you a question, man. Since we talking about the Pete Rose and like I said, condolences to his family and friends, everybody that loves him and everything. What will baseball do? Would they try to, do something to incorporate something into some of these playoff games? Well, I know because it's playoffs now, so are they going to incorporate this into the playoffs? Or
what talking about Pete Rose?
Yeah, maybe some. Or just
they're going to probably have a moment of silence. They have a moment of silence, but my thing is,
I don't want them to make no money off of. You see what I'm saying?
Everything nowadays is about money. But my thing is, he did something back, like I said, and that happened in the 80s when he gambled and they found, or 90, whatever it was. But I'm like, you make it seem like this did, he went to the commissioner and held a gun. He didn't do that. All he did was gamble. He made a mistake, and then y'all just ridiculed this man for the rest of his, until he passed of a heart attack. And I'm like, that's just wrong, man. So like I say, it was heavy on my heart to talk about that. And I don't mean to switch gears. Like I said, I know baseball playoffs starting, but the NBA people are going to training camp. And before we even get started about the NBA players going to training camp and stuff, Dikembe Mutombo died. And they died on the same exact day.
Yep.
And Dikembe Mutombo played 18 years in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly notably, he played with Denver. He played with Atlanta Hawks.
Yep.
He might have ventured around after that, but those are two teams that you know him. And everybody know his signature waved his finger. And Michael Jordan even made it a goal of his to make sure I get the dunk on him. And Mike finally waved the finger back at him. But to be 58 years old, to pass of brain cancer, cancer of the brain, and had it for 2 years, kept it real quiet. Nobody said anything about it. He was a humble person, giving back to the community over where he came from.
Congo.
Yeah, in Congo. So I mean, just when I say sports as a general world, yesterday was a sad day to see Pete Rose and Dikembe Mutombo pass. Was just horrible, man. Like I say, it was just a saddening. And like I said, that's all I can say is condolences to his family, to the Denver Nuggets, to Atlanta Hawks, and whoever else he played for, because he was an ambassador for the NBA.
I was getting ready to say something. I saw something else too, man. I may know what we're gonna talk, because I had saw something else that came across the thing about somebody from the Baltimore Ravens, right? Jacoby.
Oh yeah, he been passed.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, he been. Yeah, we never touched on it. Yeah. So he passed. That was about a month ago, month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So we never did. But yeah, he had passed too. So condolences to him. Everybody remember him when he was running down the sideline. So, but like I say, on the NBA note, trade, it was a shocker in the NBA before the training camp got started.
Definitely.
Cat Towns got traded from Minnesota to New York for Randall and DiVincenzo, and it hurt me to see DiVincenzo go. Randall and going for Cat and Randall, I understand, but they had to make the money work. But the thing is, to see them 4 Villanova guys get together and play over there in New York like they did in college, that's something I want to see, because I just want to see all 4 of them. But like I say, you got to give up something to get something. That's just the name of the game. You got to give up something to get something.
True.
And I was reading reports, and even you told me this. They say DiVincenzo didn't want to come off the bench no more. He wanted to start. He have opportunity to start over there probably in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But like I say, so far as the fits, now New York are going to be able to score the ball with like no other.
Yeah.
But people got to understand something. Mitchell Robinson, who's their defensive, all he does is go out there and play defense. He's still not healthy. He won't be back to after December from his ankle surgery. Hartenstein, he went to OKC in the offseason. So now, Cat gonna play center, but is Cat physically? I'm not saying he's not a physical presence, but that ain't his nature. He's not 7 foot gonna go down there and bang you and block.
You know what, man? With the way the NBA is now, they ain't doing no bang like that anyway. So them cats ain't gonna really be no unless the only time he could be like that when he get to
playoffs.
No,
you play in playoffs. When the playoffs time slow down, you need him in there, because we saw with Dallas series, he was nowhere to be found sometimes. So like I say, but now the Knicks, they have pushed all their chips in. They put all their chips in. They starting 5 is loaded. Now, I'm not talking. Listen, New York Knicks are going to push Boston to the brink this year, and everybody wants to see them 2 giants collide, because New York. And I'm happy New York is back, because I'm like,
everybody want to see that.
Yeah, everybody want to see the mecca of basketball come back, and New York is back. So I can only imagine with Stephen A. Smith and all the Walt Frazier's and all the
Stephen A. Smith probably.
He's smiling ear to ear probably, man. But like,
you got Brunson, you know he can score at any time. You got Cat, he can score at will pretty much. You got Josh Hart, where he played great gritty defense. You know what I'm saying? He can score when he need to hit critical threes.
You got OG.
You got OG that played defense.
And then you forget about the trade for Michael Bridges
that can score.
He gonna play small forward. So that's their starting 5 right there. Their starting 5 is rough. But the only question I have about that is, where's the bench? Because now, like I say, Hartenstein is gone, DiVincenzo is gone. So now you gotta really get a bench. You gotta strengthen your bench up strong.
Who's really on that bench? Is there anybody that really come off the bench? Who was so out of those?
What's that? The kid McBride. He was shooting the threes.
He was shooting the 3.
McBride. I haven't seen.
They got. My bad.
I haven't. You know, with the training camp. With the training camp, I'm just going off the top of my dome right now. And training camp is starting this week for everybody. This is what I could just envision. They starting 5. So
who's gonna be?
What you said? Hart, Brunson, Michael Bridges, OG, and Cat. Okay. And then, like I say, when Mitchell Robinson come back, you can slowly bring him in off the bench. You got McBride, but then you got to have other pieces. Like I say, I have to go in and dive more to see what they got going on. So
how you think this is going to help Minnesota?
I don't dislike Randall, But Randall to me is like when the ball going to him, it's like a black hole. It don't come out.
But like you said, he is a contract year, so you know what I'm saying.
It's contract year for him. DiPacino plays both ends, so we know he can shoot. Mm-hmm. That's gonna help. Anthony Edwards out.
Yeah.
They still got McDaniels playing small forces. They still got him. They got Conley still there. Gobert's gonna be the center anyway. So Randall gonna slot right into the power forward. So pretty much, I think it's gonna help. They're gonna be more gritty and more, grit and grunt. But like I say, I think the first 15, 20 games, Minnesota got to figure out how to play with each other. And by the time you get to 20, 25 games, then you start to figure out who's doing what.
Since it didn't happen like in the middle of the season, you know what I'm saying?
That's good.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing. It is.
Trying to practice, you know what I'm saying?
It is. When the training, it's going to help. But like I say, still playing with each other. You play with Cat every year for the last couple of years, so you know how he play. It's got to figure out how to fit Randall in.
Where to get the ball.
Because my thing is, are you going to take the shot that really at the end of the game that Ant-Man would be taking? Or, so you got to figure that stuff out. It ain't easy to do that, but, they're going to work on it. But, saying all that to say this, man, the NBA season, like I say, is about to get started, get up. For the Hornets, I listen to Charles Lee, and I really feel like this guy has a culture coming from Boston. I seen him with Brandon Miller, LaMelo. They was having a good time at Media Day the other day. Everything is going to hinge off what we've been saying for years. If LaMelo can stay healthy, I think they can do some damage. I think they can do some damage. Mark Williams hurt his foot. He strained his foot, but he be out for 2 weeks.
Man, already?
Yeah, he strained his foot. He out 2 weeks. Yeah, he strained his foot. So Nick Richards will be there. They signed Harry Giles, and they got Taj Gibson. But like I say, it's not regular season yet. So I mean, I'd rather him do it now.
It ain't even like, bro, you ain't even get a chance to get.
Like I say, man, I mean, some people are injury prone. Like I say, LaMelo. But my thing is, we can say that about Mark Williams. We definitely say that about LaMelo. LaMelo, but like I say, everybody knows.
We call it rubber band, man.
Man, he like a deal. He like a deal when he be born, man. He come out, he can't stand up right.
You got Bambi.
Yeah, you got. Hey, when a baby come out, they be shaking and you get up and they fall. That's LaMelo.
They call him Thumper.
But I think he need to take them Pumas off. That's for one thing. Ain't that what he wearing? He wear Pumas.
Yeah, wear Pumas on here.
Yeah, I don't think Pumas made for basketball.
What it made for running?
It ain't made for him. He need to change his Dorsby. Go back to what was his daddy's name? What the shooting dorm his daddy had? Big Baller Brand. He need to go back to Big Baller and wear some Big Baller shoes and do something. But like I say, all jokes aside with him, I never knocked the guy's ability. I can see more in him that he need to pull out. And even the coach said it yesterday. He has to show me on the court that he's matured and he's physically. I'm trying to use the right word that Charlie said. He wants to see him go at people hard every night. Basically, he don't want him to take a day off. So my thing is, I guess he can see LaMelo. He can play hard one night. The next night, he ain't playing but 50%. I think Charlie gonna challenge him. Like, listen, when we was in Boston, Tatum and Brown, every night they came out on the court, when the game tipped off, they go on people's throats. They had their foot on everybody's throat, which I love about Boston. When they came out there, they putting their foot on your throat. But it takes a veteran like Aaron Holiday to come over there and show them, hey, this is how I won in Milwaukee, helping y'all out. I think he was a big integral part of them winning that last year.
Definitely was, man.
But everybody keep talking about Taj Gibson. I see all these little blogs and stuff. Why they got Taj Gibson? Same way they had Udonis Haslem in Miami. Yeah, he's an older veteran at the end of the bench. Can show these guys how to get their body ready.
Throughout playoffs.
And he might help LaMelo and them say, this is what you need to do to get your body right.
And if they make the playoffs,
he's a veteran. He ain't gonna play. He's just gonna sit on that bench and help them and guide them guys and show them how to get Mark Williams ready. Help Nick Richards. So that was a good pickup.
Just talking about that, they need some more maturity. They need somebody in there that can tell them, hey man, hey young blood, you might not want to do this, or hey man, you might want to do this. Hopefully they got that veteran on. I hope so. Hopefully they know they'll listen to him, man. Take heed to what he's saying.
But before we end this, man, like I say, that was yesterday. Then come today was a bombshell. Everybody father on TV.
Oh man.
Everybody knew him from back when Roots and stuff. Let's Uptown Saturday night. Let's do it again. But everybody knew him as James from Good Time. John Amos passed away today, which hurt me at 84 years old. Even sitting at home watching Good Times, you was afraid of James, like he was gonna come through the TV and whoop you. Hey, that's how, like, when that little boy say, hey man, you can't whoop me. Hey, I'm talking about that little boy came to the house. He said, you can't whoop me. He said, you're a part of the family weekend. He said, you want that Big Mac. And they say he went there, he whooped that boy like that boy stole something.
Hey, another good rule, definitely another good rule. Hey man,
them the kind of fathers you needed back then, them were the kind of father that you needed to make sure you were stern. They gave you that hard, tough love, but that's what we needed. But John Amos, man, like I say, he was the best.
Best one to do it, man.
He was the best, man. Like I say, I know the world is hurting. So last time we was on here, James Earl Jones had passed. We losing a lot of our stars, man. Like I say, and
a lot, man.
that's why I say every day you get up and you thank God for waking up every day. Thank God that you live to see another day. Tell your family members you love them because you don't know when your day gonna be. When it's time for you to clock out and say it's time to go.
Hey man, shout out to the Amos, man. You know what I'm saying? The McDowell's, man. It ain't McDowell's, man, but he said McDowell's, man. One of the best to ever do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey man.
I was having a heartfelt moment. You gonna talk about McDowell's?
Hey man, McDowell's, man. Yeah, McDowell's.
He say, son. He said, son.
What is it?
Hey, stay off them drugs. Okay. He said they kicked the unbelievable ball through a hoop. He said it was very risky. Hey son. You want to keep working? Stay off the drugs. James looked at him.
Down man.
But hey, but Uptown Saturday Night. Well, which one is it? Let's do it again. When
he was,
which one with JJ was fighting?
That's
Uptown. Which one? But that's Uptown Saturday Night.
I can't remember.
When Biggie was in there, and James say we gonna get him, we gonna kill him. Boy, I'm telling you, man. Listen, that dude, there, man, played some roles.
Man, y'all need to go check out. Like I said,
old school, Uptown Saturday Night, and Let's Do It Again. Those two are classic movies that younger people, if you ain't seen on YouTube,
check that out, man.
Go pull it up, find it. Classic movies that you see John Amos in both of them. So, but like I say, man, hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. But to all the Kimbe Mutombo, to John Amos and the Pete Rose, rest in peace. Y'all left y'all legacy, and hopefully your families are carrying on from here on and there. Hit that like, subscribe, comment button.
Make sure y'all comment, man.
Hey man, holla at your boys, man. Peace out.
You choking up the deuce.